Last November I got Linux. It is now May 2026 and with that it has been 6 months. What are the takeaways? Well, since then Microsoft with its Windows has had even more hacks and security issues, so Linux is still safer, and when it comes to gaming, Linux is still faster.
And Linux keeps winning as well in terms of performance. As usual, Linux seems to soundly beat Windows in most performance metrics that were tested for. 9% performance advantage.
People that have done sort of the, benchmarking research into this as well have shown that on the same handheld hardware, for instance, like these Lenovo Legion Go's, you can see that in certain games like, Returnal, for instance, are playable at above 33 frames per second on average. Whereas if you play this on Windows, whether it be with a specific set of drivers or not, is not even crossing the 30 frame rate average.
What about compatibility? Linux can still run lots of Windows games, and I even played some Crimson Desert on Linux without any issues, until an update stopped that. Compatibility keeps improving and it's already really good. There is still less RAM bloat, making Linux better due to better RAM usage and being lightweight. Is there anything bad? Yes. I do plan on doing my first distro hop. I have been using Pop! OS based on Ubuntu for half a year now, and yesterday I watched a lot of videos complaining about it. These are probably not all, but some of the videos I watched. Feel free to check them out. Reasons are increasing RAM bloat following Windows, the implementation of AI tools and AI code, also reminding me of Windows and its Copilot and security issues, and also not only reminding me of Windows security issues, but there actually being actual hacks and security issues.
Ubuntu is replacing a large portion of the GPL code within Ubuntu Linux with MIT licensed Rust rewrites of those core utilities. And those core utilities are not yet fully functional. They're very, very, very broken with lots and lots and lots of security vulnerabilities, missing features, and all sorts of stuff.
In addition to that, the open source Linux community has been widely infected by woke left-wing ideologies, banning everyone who's right-wing and doesn't agree with their opinions. So there is very extreme censorship and discrimination going on.
We do not tolerate peddling right-wing ideology. You're banned if you think a man is a man. Okay, you're banned if you think a man is a man. That's weird. You're banned if you voted for the wrong person and they figure it out somehow. Okay, that's discriminatory and weird.
It's really crazy how extreme the left is. Which brings me to the next problem long term. Age verification is coming. In the US, Europe, Brazil, basically everywhere. The app already exists and also already has been hacked. So look forward to your ID being hacked, stolen and used against you. I made a whole video on the upcoming age verification and its many issues. Give it a watch, it's a very good video. They also want to ban VPNs now, so you cannot avoid them forcing you to identify you. Anonymity and free speech are disappearing and mass surveillance states are coming. That comes with the abolishment of free speech, privacy, anonymity and free information. They will decide what you see on the internet and so on. Mass surveillance everywhere. Go to prison if you have a totally correct and harmless opinion, but one they don't like. So that's why I plan on distro hopping. There are a few Linux distros that, at least for now, took a strong stance against age verification and expressed that they won't implement it. There's even a list from the Landuk journal that shows you anti-woke Linux distros. Personally, I plan on distro hopping to Devuin. It sounds amazing. Even more lightweight, even less RAM bloat, and no age verification. If you really very much want to avoid age verification, and if you really very much want to insist on your freedom, then you should really subscribe to this channel, since I will absolutely keep following the development of this whole topic, and if there are ways to avoid mass surveillance, then you will find out here. In addition to VPNs, you can also get an anti-woke, anti-age verification Linux distro such as Devuin. I can help with the installation, and worst case, you could build your own Linux distro. Thanks to the open source nature of Linux, you can just remove the age verification of a distro and use that. To my knowledge at least. I have to do more research on that. But yeah, subscribe for that. Anyways, so just when Linux was getting good, have really very good gaming compatibility, just then when everything was fine, this whole age verification, woke and AI infestation had to start. It's really unfortunate. But hey, as I said, there are still distros like Devuan. I can help with installing it, and I will make a video on gaming with Devuan. And if creating your own distro without mesh surveillance is a thing, I will make a video on that as well. So long story short, things might not be perfect in the Linux world, but it's still a lot better than in the Windows world. So I'm relatively happy here, and I will keep using Linux. That's it for today's Sundays video. If you liked it, then there's a like button for you. Tell me what you think in the comments below, check out my game, Tim and Harpy, and consider subscribing. Bye!